Hello and welcome to the youmatter YouTube hub, where a lot of creators are gathered together to give you short videos to let all of you creators know you matter. I wanted to do a very simple exercise, one that you do not have to have anything particular as far as supplies. The first thing I want you to do is take a piece of paper or a page in your journal, and you just start by making a dot. When you drove into a new town, you had this map and you could see a big red dot or a black arrow or whatever, and that says, this is where you are. This is where you are right now. And that's what I wanted to do. Just make this red dot and just say where you are right now. So in my case, I'm pretty tired. I'm beaten up because I just heard that I lost my job. I'm crying a lot. So that's where I am right now. Maybe you're scared, maybe you're happy. Whatever is there for you, that's where you start. That's your red dot. So put that dot on your paper. Then take a pen, a pencil, a crayon, whatever you can find and whatever you like to write with, and just write on your page what your red dot is. And the thing is, you can make a beautiful circle, or in my case, because my dot is not, I don't feel like a circle. I feel like a mess right now, so my dot is a mess. So that's my dot. If you write down, it's okay if you cannot read it. It's okay if you can read it, but it's not necessarily, because just think about where you are right now and writing your story, and it doesn't really matter if you can read it back, because you know what it said. I noticed actually a couple of things during this Corona crisis, and I made a video on this subject before, which I will put a link, about feeling invisible. But this time I wanted to share with you the importance of keep doing art. Some of you might be scared, or what will happen next. It's kind of this invisible enemy that we have worldwide right now, and we do not know how to fight it other than staying at home, keeping our distance from each other. And that brings up a lot of feelings. As human beings, we need connection and touching each other. It's a basic need we have. And in this time where don't have that, a lot of things can happen to us. We circle around in our own head and in our own mind, and we cannot connect with other people. In my case, I just lost my job, and there's nobody except for people living in my home that can hug me. So my friends and my co-workers, and they all have to keep their distance, and boy, that is so hard. I was longing for a hug so much, and people wanted to hug me, but they just can't. My art is kind of my outlet, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And there are so many ways you can use art. And one of the ways is to intuitively let your feelings flow to your paper or to your journal page. So, the first sentence I can read, but the rest of it, it's unreadable. And still I have a feeling that I just poured all of my whatever is inside of me onto this paper. Even I cannot read it right now. It just feels good to just let it go and put it onto this paper. So here's my red dot. So now we do the following. We put this one aside for now. And the next thing I wanted to do is make connection to other people. While that's in real life not possible right now, I did want to do something that lets me know I am connected still. to people. So I have these handkerchiefs because I was crying a lot and sniffling and whatever. So nothing fancy, just this. And I'm starting to add dots, circles. So this is me. I could have made it a red dot, but I like blue, so mine is blue. That's me. And then there are people in my life that are currently, of course, really close to me. So for my husband and my kids, I make dots that are very close to mine. I am using watercolor markers and ink because I had them nearby. But you can even use very cheap kids markers or something else that will react with water or is water based, because that's the whole point of this technique. And what I do, I make them pretty wet because I want a lot of color. You can make big dots and small dots if you really want to represent it, how close these people are to you. Or you can do it random like I am doing here, but it's okay. And after I'm filling the paper with more dots, they represent other people in my life, like family, friends, co-workers, etc. And you just keep going until you feel you have enough. I have these paint markers, they probably won't run. We'll see what they do. The next thing I do is take a wet cloth. Get my wet cloth, put it on my table. And I think it's not wet enough, so I'm adding a little bit more water. Take my handkerchief and just putting it on. And when I do that, you can see the water is making the ink run into each other, which gives a wonderful effect. So while there were dots at the beginning that were not connected, now they are. The thing is, when you play with color and play with your supplies and just let it go and talk to yourself about what is happening, what you're seeing. So when these colors floated into each other, it was kind of like the hugs that people couldn't give me were kind of becoming visual on this piece of napkin, and it just helps me to feel that connection better. So because you matter and your feelings matter, I encourage you to go out and play and let your feelings sip into your artwork. So when my napkin is dry, I very carefully peel off the top layer of the napkin. So I have this really thin piece of paper. And then it reveals the next layer, which you can see is also very pretty. And we can use that for anything else in the future. So now you have your background paper with your red dot and your story on it, and you made a connection with the people around you. So now I want to add this napkin to my page, and I use a really thin glue, kind of a Mod Podge. So add a really thin layer. And then I put my napkin on and I add another layer just to make sure that the napkin sticks to my paper really well. And I do not mind that it wrinkles. I don't mind because it gives an extra texture and sort of a layer. This will probably be the start of a new page. And if not, that's fine too. I just had a wonderful time playing with these colors, and at the same time I got to art out some feelings that I had. If by any chance you stumbled on this video and it's the first video you see, this video is part of a YouTube hub called #YouMatter. I was added late to the list, So I probably am the last one, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, you can probably check on YouTube and type in hashtag youmatter and you will find the other videos. Hope you have fun with the rest of the hop. Please subscribe to all of the participants, watch their videos, like them and leave them a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. And have fun, and please don't forget to do your art because you matter. So I thank you so much for watching and I see you back next time with a new video. Stay safe and stay healthy. Have a wonderful and creative day. Bye bye everybody.